I used to dream about going to heaven. Imagine God looking down at you and saying, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." When I lost my faith, I used to tell people that I wished Christianity were true, because if it was, we could all simply say a few prayers and spend an eternity in heavenly bliss. It's been almost 15 years since I lost my faith, and I believe that since then I've developed a true outsider's perspective. Looking at heaven through that lens, I now realize that I would never want to go there, and I would never wish it on anyone. Heaven would be unbearable torture. Let's do a thought experiment to help paint a picture of why. Imagine, you finally made it. You are in heaven, paradise. Now, you are trying to enjoy paradise, but you have this nagging realization that most of your loved ones are being burned alive, suffering unimaginable pain in hell. You can even hear them calling out to you for help, but there is nothing that you can do for them. Perhaps you get over that after several hundred years, and now life has no cycle of ups and downs. It's just one big long up, no surprises and no downs. You remember that when you were on Earth, you used to enjoy going to the casinos, because you would win sometimes and you would lose sometimes. But the losses made the winnings so sweet that it was worth sticking it out at the tables for another few hours. You sure miss having some of the downs mixed in, and now your constant up is starting to turn into one big downer. But wait a minute, what are you here for anyway? Oh, that's right, your entire existence is dedicated to worshiping someone else. No matter how much you learn, how strong you become over the next billion years, you will always be subservient to a father figure. And now, life is just one big, never-ending church service. Oh, how you used to dread going to church. You had to hang out with all those stuffy old Christians. Your annoying pastor, all the mega-spiritual, holier-than-thous in the front row, the bubbly, cheery lady who used to annoy the shit out of you. Yep, they are all there, but none of your good friends are there, the ones you used to hang out with, who would hit the club with you or drop an F-bomb every once in a while back in the good old days on Earth. But you have some new friends now. You finally get to meet that 32-year-old virgin that you've been praying to all your life. If you've ever hung out with a 32-year-old virgin, you must not be thrilled about this one. But wait a minute, you're his bride? Oh boy. Oh yeah, and don't forget that he is there. Who? You know who. Yahweh. And he's always going to be there. He's the one that you have to worship. The same asshole who created your loved ones knowing ahead of time that most of them will go to hell, which he created as well. You're starting to realize that the situation is not good when it suddenly hits you. You have to live here forever. No end in sight. Ever. You lived almost 100 years on Earth, and now you have to live another 100 years, and then another 100 years, and then another, and then another. Now you've been here for over 400 years, and you haven't even scratched the surface. You have to keep going. Another 1,000 lifetimes will go by, and you will still be here. A trillion years will go by, and you will still be hanging out with horrible Yahweh and the 32-year-old virgin and a bunch of their followers for another trillion years to come. No escape, ever. Not even death. Okay, thought experiment's over. Let's come back to reality now. One day, you will die, and you will rest quite peacefully. Death is a beautiful thing. It adds meaning to everything you do in this life. Immortality would be the worst curse imaginable. Lucky for us, it isn't real. The purpose of this channel is to get you to ask yourself these two questions. Number 1, how strong is your faith? Number 2,